Howdy everyone, welcome back to J76 Gaming. I am your host, Jimmy Wild. I am fresh off of a 14-hour Cyberpunk 2077 session yesterday. I'm tired, I haven't showered, I haven't shaved, and my clothes don't match. So I think I'm actually living Cyberpunk right now. So now's a good time to talk about my first impressions. So first off, let's go through character creation. It has some good customization. It's a list of presets, which I appreciate, as opposed to sliders. Also, enjoy your character here, because they'll never look this good again, especially on console. So the in-game graphics, especially once you factor in the bugs, will not show you this way again. So enjoy it in the character creation. And you also get to pick your starting stats, which I think could have used a little better explanation on the importance of them, because when you look at something that is 0.5% here or 4% there, it doesn't sound that important, or it doesn't mean like it's that much. But then when you play for a while, it's like, oh, I can't complete this side gig because I don't have tech level 6. And you're like, oh, well, I guess it would be important to know that like a lot of the doors, even at the early game, you can't open without tech level 6. So it's like, okay, now I have to come back in 2 levels after I go to level 6. Whatever. It's fine. Like, that's a pretty standard component, I think, that is like, oh, you have to have a certain level to open up this door. Okay, that's great. But the quest doesn't tell you that until you go through all of the quests, and then you get to the end and you're like, oh, I can't open the door. All right, so the graphics. I've played both on Xbox Series X and on PC, and well, they're okay. I've yet to be blown away by the quality of the graphics. They're not bad, but when you get up close to an NPC, or when you're looking at your own character in the mirror, it's like, ooh, okay, let me get back to looking at the city, It's not impressive. PC has an obvious edge if you have the horsepower, but overall the graphics are good and not amazeballs. So I try to focus on the world and like the environment, which I think is really well done. It's a futuristic 80s theme, that's super. The obvious comparison is to Blade Runner, which I also love, so it was fine. And if I really think about it, the environment is the best part of the game. The sound, the buildings, the clothes, and the vehicles. Oh my god, the vehicles. I walk around the game thinking, I want that one, and then I want that one. Oh, I want that one. Like that sort of thing. So it's pretty sweet. But I will say, what's up with the dildos? Seriously, you can't turn around in this game without tripping over a dildo. If you are playing this game and haven't thought to yourself, why are there so many dildos, then you are not exploring enough. I feel like if the cops were to stop my character and then like search me, they'd be like, why does this dude have 12 dildos and 6 guns? Like, that just, I don't know, it seems weird. But anyway, there's a lot of dildos. For the skills, there's nothing groundbreaking here. There are main stats, and then there are skills associated with the stats, so it feels familiar, which is good. But I will say that there are a lot of skills. I get the feeling that I'm going to go through this like one full playthrough, and then figure out all the things I like and don't like, and then go back and start over and do like an actual playthrough where I really then go through endgame stuff, if there is endgame stuff. But anyway, there's a lot to pick from. Anyway, the bugs. Really, we can sum this up with, yes, there are bugs, and really nothing that's unexpected. I mean, think about any game like this, and that bug's there. It's fine. So, I've dead bodies moving. Yep, got those. That's creepy. Subtitles stuck on the screen when they shouldn't be there. Yep, got that. Weird ragdoll physics. Yep, got that. Can't pick up an object. Yep, got that. Randomly dying. that was that was my favorite. And that happened on Xbox. I was just standing there. I had just finished this encounter. I was going through inventory, looking at all my stuff, and then I was like, okay, I got all this stuff, and now I'm gonna move on to something else, and I died. No gunshot, no attack, no falling off a roof, just died. So what about the gameplay? Well, it's fine. I'm trying to play like the stealthy netrunner type character, and pretty much every encounter just turns into a good old-fashioned gunfight, which is fine, but yeah, I'd like to try to get more into the stealthy side and the actual hacking and quick hack, the cyber part of this. Although I do like that you can set someone on fire, like remotely from far away, and then just watch, and his buddy will be like, "Hey, you on fire? Are you dead? Oh, okay. Well, I'm going back to looking at the wall." And then you light him on fire, and then the guy in the other room is like, "Hey, are you on fire? Okay, well, I'm gonna look at this monitor." And then you can just walk your way through. There are these little encounters where there's like a civilian that is being harassed by some thugs, and so like you save them, like, I don't know, good guy saving good guy V, and then the civilian will be like just cowering and won't say anything, and there's no visible end to this encounter. It's just you killed 3 people that were harassing a civilian, and the civilian is like, "I'm just gonna sit here panicking." Like, okay, that's fine. That's not too bad. But then you get into, like, I don't know, a fight with a cop. Like, so there's a cop that's pinned down by 3 bad guys, and then you go in and you kill 3 bad guys, and then the cop stands up and goes, "Hey, you killed people. That's illegal. Now I'm gonna kill you." Like, I just saved your ass. You're alive because I exist. So leave me alone. That's frustrating. But what really drives me crazy about the game is the dialogue and the cutscenes. So I'm gonna get negative for a minute here. Forgive me. Oh my god, the dialogue. It's all read in like slow motion, kind of like what I was just doing there for a second. Every scene is about 3 times longer than it freaking needs to be because the dialogue is so damn slow. Like, spit it out. I got things to do. Let's go. Come on. I want to kill things. I want to collect loot. This is not where I sit here and go, "Can you please read me the rest of the..." Oh my god. God, it drives me freaking crazy. And there are way too many dialogue choices. Like, and there's not even a lot, but there's too many. And there's too many that add 0 value. Like, nothing. And you're like, and if there are 2 choices on the screen, it doesn't matter. Just pick one. Pick the top one so you can move on, because that second choice is not going to provide any, like, color commentary or any value to the conversation. Just pick the top one and move on. Wow, sorry. I got really angry there for a second. It also feels like it takes way too long after a sentence ends. So, like, if there's a, "What do you think about this?" Is there more to the sentence? Oh, now I can pick. So there's like this 5-second delay, and I'm exaggerating only kinda. Like, it's a definite pause at the end of a sentence where you're waiting to make a choice. And it's not like you can skip through that part. Like, it's just void where you have to wait in order to go X and pick your choice. So that's frustrating. And there's a spot a few hours in where you emerge from what I guess it would call the prologue of the story, where you kind of emerge from that. And I think I sat there for a half hour just watching cutscenes and picking dialogue. and it's atrocious. Like, I was so angry. I'm like, just let me play this game. You know, I don't want to sit here. And just when you think it's over, it's not. And then you start into part 2 of it, and I won't talk about what happens in that because that's spoilery. And then that finishes, and you're like, oh, okay, now can I play the game? Nope. Back to cutscenes. So it's like an hour. Like, and you have to pick choices. So you're just like held captive for way too long. In conclusion, is the game fun? Yeah, I mean, kinda. It's fun. I mean, I played 14 hours straight yesterday. Does that mean anything? But I guess I wouldn't say I played that much because it was super fun. I played that much so I could get through it. Like, because I'm like, there has to be fun in this game, and I'm going to find it. And really, to be fair, I think the fun is like the side gigs. Like, they're cool. Like, you just walk around the city, and like, things happen. Like, you'll get a phone call and it says, hey V, go over here and save the day. And you're like, okay, and you go save the day. Or you'll get a text message, or you'll just be walking around, there'll be some cops, and you're like, oh, well, there's cops and bad guys, so go kill the bad guys. And then you pick up everything, and then the cops try to kill you. But anyway, that's more fun than the story, because there's no dialogue. And I'm out. See y'all later.